We're now going to have a look at the role play, which is part of the new specification, and it's the first task of the speaking on AQA that you will do. So we're now going to have a look at the role play, which is the first element of the new AQA GCSE Spanish specification, and it's really similar to the old specification, but there is now no unknown element, and all the instructions are in English, and you are always going to be addressing your friend as tú, so none of the formal element is in the exam anymore. But it's still less is more for the role play. So you need to give an answer, but you don't need to give a huge amount of detail because you can then negate the good work that you've done. So let's have a look at this one. Look at the scenario. You're talking to your Mexican friend. Your teacher will play the part of your friend and will speak first. You should address your friend as tú, and when you see the question mark, you'll have to ask a question. And it says here you must include at least one verb in your response to each task. So you can't just say, for example, sí or no or divertido or something. You need to give a verb. So like es, tiene, hay. And there will be reference to the past tense or future tense depending on what the scenario is. So the first one, say what you think about music and why. That could simply be, me gusta la música porque es guay. No me gusta la música porque es aburrida. Make sure it agrees with música being feminine. The adjective needs to be feminine. That would be 2 marks. Say what you did in your free time last week. Don't spend ages deliberating on what you did last week. Just say something that you know how to say and give 2 details. So you could say, for example, fui a un restaurante, comí una pizza. 2 marks, easy. Fui al cine, vi una comedia. 2 details, and that would be 2 marks. Give 1 disadvantage of going out a lot. So again, don't spend ages thinking about this. Just say, it's expensive, okay? It's cold. Something, is right. As long as you've got a verb in it, you only need 1 disadvantage. So if you just said, es caro or cuesta mucho, those both have verbs in them, that would be 2 marks. Hace frío has a verb, hace is a verb, and that would be 2 marks. Say what you think about TV and give 2 details. So it doesn't say whether it's a positive or negative opinion. So just say, playing the game, say what you know how to say. Me encanta la tele, ya que es flipante. No me gusta la tele, porque es fatal. Okay, there's 2 details, 2 marks. Now you need to ask your friend a question about sport. So you could say, ¿Cuál es tu opinión sobre el deporte? Okay, but it doesn't, you could say, for example, if you can't remember the word for sport, you could just say, for example, ¿Te gusta el fútbol? You're asking a question about sport. Loads of sports are cognates. So, for example, golf, volleyball, tennis. Ask your friend a question about whether they like that sport or not. So that would be 2 marks, done. We're going to now have a look at the teacher's script. So again, this is nice and straightforward. This is what your teacher will say. ¿Qué piensas de la música? ¿Por qué? ¿Qué hiciste en tu tiempo libre la semana pasada? Dame una desventaja de salir mucho. Then, ¿qué piensas de la televisión? And then they will always say something like this before the last one and then prompt you to ask your question to them. That's it. Let me know if you've had your mock or if you've got any additional questions. I hope that's been helpful. Adios.